The forest of ancient oaks had been filled with melodies for centuries. The wind played the leaves like a flute, and the streams babbled joyfully. But one morning, all sounds suddenly ceased. The birds went silent, the leaves stood still, the world seemed to have lost its voice. The wise guardian of the forest, the old owl, realized that this deep silence was not a sickness, but a stolen treasure. The ancient sound, the heart of the forest, was missing. The owl called upon Pip, the young and curious squirrel. "Our voice has been stolen. We must find it," she said. Pip was frightened by the silence, which he had never experienced before, but he accepted the mission. They began to advance through the root paths beneath the oldest trees. Every creature they encountered seemed like a frozen statue. When Pip realized that even the dry leaves on the ground made no sound at all, he knew something sinister was happening. The journey led them to the Shadow Valley, which never received any sunlight. Here, the air was heavy with the weight of imprisoned sounds. Deep in the valley lived a gray creature known as the Sound Thief. Weary of the noise of the world, the creature had trapped all the sounds inside a glass jar. Pip hid in a hollow of a tree and saw the thief's massive jar. Inside, bird chirps, the rustling of the wind, and all the songs of nature were fluttering in desperation. Pip made a plan. When the thief fell asleep, he crept silently toward the jar. However, the snapping of a twig woke the creature up. In a panic, Pip grabbed the jar and tipped it over. The glass shattered with a loud crash. The imprisoned sound spread through the valley like an army regaining its freedom. The entire harmony of the forest surrounded them instantly, rising toward the sky. The Sound Thief, overwhelmed by his own noise, fled in confusion to his cave. As the lost sounds returned home, the forest came alive again. The waterfalls flowed with enthusiasm, and the birds sang their most beautiful songs. The owl and Pip watched this miracle at the entrance of the forest. The song of nature had completely defeated the silence. Now every breeze was a melody, every ripple a poem. The forest slept in peace, knowing it would never lose its voice again. Pip lived happily ever after as the hero of the forest.